there came a point where, I don't know, I'd gotten in an argument with Marcel during an RCIA class, and Doug just after class, he was like, listen, he was like, I'm becoming Catholic, and I don't know if you're going to or not, but I'm doing it with or without you. And like Doug had never in his life like talked to me like that. He had never like said anything to me like that before.
Put on
And
his
I was
big
like,
boy pants, didn't he?
I was like, dang, like, okay, like I guess I need to take this seriously. So that's when I really got serious about it. And that's really like, I don't know, he like really stepped up, and he really sort of like took over, as you know, I wasn't letting him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really like when healing started happening in our marriage. Um and so we ended up, the Lord started really working on me. We ended up coming into the Catholic Church Easter Vigil of 2012. And then I guess like in the past year, I felt like a real like unrest in me. And we both felt like, Doug and I both felt like God was calling us away from where we were, but not out of the Catholic Church. And so that was when we just started exploring and trying to figure out what that meant. And so then just like a few months ago, just one day on a whim, I was actually like scrolling through Twitter or something, and I was like, Latin Mass. I was like, that's what we're supposed to do. That's where we're supposed to go. And I was like, really? You think? And I was like, yeah, I think so. And he was like, okay. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And so we went, and I don't know, it just felt right. I was really just sort of just overcome at like the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though I didn't know what was going on, I just was really overcome at the beauty of it. And then while I was sitting there, and this sounds weird, and I've said it a bunch of times, and I don't know a better way to explain it, but I was overcome at how masculine it felt.
Mm-hmm. I've said the same
And
thing, and I catch flack for it, because then the women say, well, I'm a woman, I like it too. I was like, I understand that. But as a man, like, I don't think women fully understand what it's like for us to go to a Novus Ordo where maybe the priest is effeminate, or the entire sanctuary is run by women and communion is handed out by women, and then everybody holds hands and does the Our Father and then turns around and shakes hands, and there's this an eminent feeling of huggy whatever that is, right? And most guys don't generally feel comfortable in that environment. They've said that women bond face to face by talking in a circle in a group. Men bond shoulder to shoulder, whether that's sitting in a boat fishing together, or whether that's sitting in a hunting stand hunting together, whether that's, this is kind of dumb, on a couch watching a football game, or standing shoulder to shoulder with rifles in a war. Like, it's because there's like a task at hand, and we bond by all going after some task together. And the Latin Mass is set up like that. Even the priest is ad orientem with the people, and there is something very transcendent about it that is masculine. And honestly, I think this is true. And maybe you would agree or disagree, Abby, but I think the true female consciousness realizes that, and realizes it's a good thing. She doesn't say, well, I need something more feminine.
I felt like what I should feel like as a woman in Mass, like everything about it is masculine.
Yes.
And my role as a woman is to be prayerful for those men who are leading. It was just a very different way of thinking about it. And I felt very protected. Now, usually in the Novus Ordo Mass, the congregation, you're very active, right? Like, you're saying the Our Father, you are saying all these prayers, you're doing all the things, right? And at first I was very offended. And then I was like, he doesn't need me, right? Like that would be like like Mary, like the Virgin Mary, like at the crucifixion being like, hello, like I'm an intricate part of this,
Right.
like
Like,
no,
when's my
like she
solo? Yeah,
was
when's my solo?
right, like she was just there as a witness, right? And that it just became very apparent to me, like, no, I am just here as a witness. Like I am just to partake in this beautiful miracle that is happening right here in front of me. Like I'm not actually needed at all. Like this is between the priest and God. That's it. Right. And so it became, I just felt so unburdened in that moment. And
And Abby, I feel the exact same way. You're articulating exactly how I feel at Mass. And the only thing that we give or is we give thanksgiving, which is Eucharistia in Latin.
mhm,
We're nothing. We're nothing in the Mass. And the Latin Mass kind of reminds us of that. We're not in a community, in a circle. We're kind of locked in here in this train that's moving towards heaven. We have nothing. The only thing we give is, God, I'm a sinner and I thank you. I'm here to, like you said, witness the crucifixion represented, the eternal sacrifice represented in this liturgical context. And let us give thanks unto the Lord our God. Dignum et justum est.
that's it.
That's it. It is
And
so simple. And I think it does take a false burden off us Catholics that we
mhm,
need to be
mhm.
performers instead of just witnesses.